planner friends, it's Nia. Welcome to Life with Nia. Today we are going over the October budget. A little bit of a late start here in getting it filmed. It was ready to go. I just had not had the time to film. So we are a week into the month and we are just plugging along. So we will talk about income expenses, business expenses, debt savings, cash envelopes, sinking funds, and goals. And if you are new here, please consider subscribing, trying to grow to 2,000 by the end of the year. And would love to have you join the community. So this is my overview of the month. I like to put all of my bills that are due on here. The personal things are in the purpley blue color, and then I used another gray to carve out business related expenses, and I check those off as they are paid. So let's start with our income. So normal income from the state of California. I'm a government employee, get paid one time per month. That has not changed. I am expecting a raise at some point this year. It's not actually even a raise. It's a cost of living increase-ish something. I don't know. It ain't a raise. I'm maxed out, so it's not a raise. It is a kind of like a cost of living adjustment. That's not exactly what it is either. But yes, so that will be a couple $100. It's backdated to July, so I probably will not get it until November or December. And the way that they do things, they will probably tax me heavily on it when they finally pay it, because that's what they do. So when that happens, I'm probably going to adjust my $457 contribution. I think I will be getting a YouTube payment this month. I still really make very, very little on YouTube, maybe like $30 a month. So it usually takes 3 to 4 months before I see a payment, since the minimum threshold is $100. So that's coming in. And then I've just estimated on Etsy what I think will come in for the month. I've got, let's see. I've got about 3,600. Now that number is not inclusive of taxes. It is after Etsy takes out all their fees and most shipping is paid. And the reason I say most is because ordinarily I will have shipped everything, but we have the pre-sale happening for the Advent and that has not been shipped. So I'm gonna take that shipping hit in November at some point. And just based on the number of Advents that I'm expecting, that's probably going to be about $400. But anyways, so a quarter to 30% of that off the top from Etsy goes directly to taxes. So that is not money. That is just like going into my pocket for spending. I also have been saving for the last 3 or 4 months for student loans. So this month I will make my first student loan payment, even though my stuff is still jacked up. I'm just going to pay it and hope that I can be done with them at some point in the very, very near future. I have $1,300 set aside. I've divided that up by 5 months, which is the maximum that I'm thinking I'm going to fool with them. At which point I'm just going to be like, y'all need to put me on forbearance, because I'm pretty sure that I've done 120. I'm like 99.9% sure if they got to me for IDR, I would be done immediately, just because my loans are older than 20 years. But for PSLF, which I'm still showing a 0 payment count. I had calculated January that would be completed. So that's as long as I think I'm going to pay. Hopefully by that point, my stuff will have been corrected and updated, but I'm not hopeful. I hear that the wait time when you call is 3 hours. Anyway, off topic. I have $1,300 set aside. So what I did was divided that by 5 months. That's going to be about $262 that I'm going to pull from my sinking fund, and then I will make the other $260 some payment. It's a total of like, I think $526, $527. And so that will help me at least over these next several months reduce the burden of making a $500 and some odd payment every month. So that money I have coming in from the sinking fund of $262. So before sinking fund, we're looking at $88.91. After sinking fund, we're looking at $91.53. Again, that is not all money that I am in my pocket using, because the chunk of that comes out of the Etsy money to go towards taxes. For expenses, I put $150 towards utilities, and I have the utility bill on time this time, and it's going to be a little over $300. I think it's $320 something. So that will be paid next month. I was going to do $150 next month, so now I'll do like $170 something to cover that. Other than that, nothing's really majorly changed. I had shared last month that I did a balance transfer for the Kohl's and the Quicksilver card. I am waiting to see what the residual interest will be for those two, and I will pay that this month, and then those cards will be paid off. Where they went was to the Venture, which is, they went to the Chase card. The Venture has the Navy Federal and the something else. So they went to the Chase card, which is 1.99% interest. The Venture card is 0% interest. And so those are my two that I'm really focusing on. And then we have just the normal things, but we have added Mohila down here. So the amount is $526.63. $265 I'm budgeting for. $262 was coming from the sinking fund. Business expenses are completely out of control. I don't even have everything written down here, but I knew that they would be high this month because I am preparing the Advent box and the Winter Planner Sesh box. And so manufactured items, art, sticker paper is a little bit pricey to bring it all together. So I do expect that to be high. I've got some amounts that I've spent written in here, and I'm not going to go into detail with any of that because if you're someone who purchases those boxes, the things that are in them are a surprise, and so I don't want to spoil that. But it's been, I've been spending. And I don't know why I put $50 that I budgeted for myself here for art because I've probably spent more than double that already. Other than that, the business things are the same. I do need to get sticker paper. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get it this month because I want to try to get it on sale, and I just missed one in September. But I can typically save about 20%, which I really just buy the same amount that I would normally buy dollar-wise and get more paper so that it takes me further. I'm also going to be getting ink for the Canon that will run about $100 to $110. So that's what's going on with the expenses. If you are interested in details of the cash envelopes, there is a separate video for that, but I did stuff $1,120 in cash, and then I transferred $450 for car and home insurance, Shopify, and student loans. So what I actually did was transferred over the $265 to my Ally account. I will take that with the $262 from the sinking fund, and when the payment is due, I will make the payment. The nice thing is my payment is due towards the end of the month, so I feel like I have the whole month to maybe earn a little extra money to come up with the payment. And then I also transferred over $474 to my emergency fund that was from the 100 Envelopes Savings Challenge. So that is where we're at with cash envelopes. And like I said, if you want the more detailed breakdown, there is a separate video. For sinking funds, we started the month with 18,208, and we will be taking the 262 from the student loans. I did pull the $70 that I had in clothing, and I'm probably going to pull a big chunk from my emergency fund. Not an emergency, but I also consider it an opportunity fund, and I'm going to take the opportunity and pay some things off. I did purchase a MacBook last month, so we'll see where I end up pulling that from, or how much I end up pulling to cover that. And then we have our debt. So the Venture card is at 0%. The Chase card is at 1.99. And these are the two that I'm trying to focus on paying a... I have like a plan because I have time. So for the Venture, I recalculated based on October, and the maximum I have left is 9 months, so that would be $650 a month. That is what I need to pay minimum before the 0% runs out. And then I've got like 8 months, 7 months, 6 months, 5 months if I want to do it faster. My goal is to do around the 835, which would be 7 months. So that's that one. And that one I've been doing since May. Then the Chase card, that's new. I just transferred those over towards the end of last month. So I have 14 months to get that done. The minimum is $360 to do it in the 14 months. But I am aiming for, I think, 10 months with this one. And that would be, or no, I'm aiming for 8 months. So $625 would be having it done in 8 months. So we'll see how that goes. Every time I get an Etsy payment, I'm looking to put something towards these. The minimums are very, very low. It's like $30 or $40. So we definitely want to pay more than that because we want to take advantage of that 0%. The interest is really, I don't know what it's going to be on the 1.99. I'm sure it won't be a large amount, but I'm like saving tremendously on the interest for what I transferred over onto that 0% card for sure. So I'm trying to really take advantage of that. And then other than that, this is just like our focus debt. Of course, there's more than just what's here. I don't list the student loan debt. I think it's gone up to like from $215 to $217 now and some change. The interest that I earn is way more than my payment. It's about $1,500 in interest. Not that I shouldn't say that I earn. The interest that accumulates is about $1,500 a month. My payment is $526. So at least on the save plan, you make your payment and whatever they do with it. So we'll see if that works out. But this, we are at $21,836 and 32 cents. Goal is to be at $23.36 at the end of the month, which is $1,500. So that is my goal, to pay off this month in debt $1,500. When we started at the beginning of January, we were at $32,607. So we are down about $10,000 this year. Now, goals. So my goals for the month are the Advent box, which I am is underway and going well. Track expenses, which I have been doing. Save $650. Put $500 into my Roth. Debt down by $1,500. Put $881 to the Venture card and $550 to the Didn't I say $625? Okay, whatever. $550 to the Amazon Chase card, and then $8K in revenue this month from Studio Bliss Co. Those are the goals. And then I am doing savings. So we have 2 savings challenges here. We have the Save and Double, and then we have Zero Out, which we do every week. And then if you tune in on Fridays, you can see my weekly savings challenge update, where I have some other savings challenges that I do as well. But we're looking to save $650 through savings challenges, and we are at $555 for the month already. A big chunk of that was the 100 envelope savings challenge, which was $474. So that is our October budget. I'm just focusing on right now these bills. A lot of them are paid towards the very beginning of the month, and then the bulk of them are then at the very end of the month. So there's not a lot going on with the mid-month check-in unless I do something substantial, but there are a few things that'll be updated for the next video, which will probably be next week because this one's late. So, or maybe I'll hold off and do it like around the 18th or 19th, which actually would be better because then I'll know what my taxes are going to be. I'm waiting for my tax professional to finish up my taxes for 2022. I already know I owe, even though I pay quarterly taxes and extra. So I will probably do that so I can tell y'all how ridiculous my tax amount is, which is why I say when you see this, that is not what I'm putting in my pocket, because the IRS wants all of it. Anyways, that is my October budget. I think I have covered everything. So let me know how your budget is going for October, and I will see you back here for a mid-month check-in, and we can talk all about taxes at that time as well, and I will let you know what else I have done budget-wise in the month of October when we circle back here for a mid-month check-in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you back here next time. Bye!